What is up, friends? Here we are again, Thursday Night Live. I am still Stopher Cavins, psychic medium, and happy to be here. How's everybody doing tonight? All right, we're going to get right into it, as always. Of course, I'm going to do a little bit of talking, all the words and stuff. But, yeah, let's see who's in. See who's in. Let's see who's here. Sakura. Hello, welcome. Thank you for being here. I do have your questions starred, so as I kind of go through the comment, I will star the questions so that I can try to get to them later. Sonia, thank you for being here as always. All right, get your arm on. I've got yours. Thank you for being here, Marnie. And I'm grateful for you. Nice dog. Nice glasses on the dog. All right, so, and by the way, I've got water tonight, and I've got a little bit of a cocktail because we are celebrating tonight. Old-fashioned. Celebrating some justice, if you will. Right? We're going to talk about the justice that happened today. I don't normally go there, but we're going to go there. We're going to, because important things deserve important conversations. All right. Okay, so we're going to be doing readings. That's why you're here. We're going to be doing the readings. Of course, there's two ways to get the readings. You can come on the live with me. You don't have to show your face. You can do audio only if that's what you're into. If you're not into showing the face, if you haven't had the glam, the hair and makeup like I have, then you can just come on and have audio only. Or you can do both. That is done by clicking the link that is right there pinned in the comments. I think it's in black today. I'm not sure why they changed the colors on me, but anyway, that's what I saw, black. It's at the top. It is a StreamYard link. You won't come straight onto the video. No, you'll go into like a backstage area. I will see you, and I will call you up onto the live when I'm ready to read for you. Also, the other way to do the reading is to throw it in the comments. Throw your question in the comments. Please use capitals, all caps. Please put the emojis. My eyesight is not as good as it used to be. Plus, a lot's going on over here on my end, so it helps me see your questions. I will then put a star on them. They go into a little bin, if you will. And then I will try to get to everybody. I try to get to as many as possible. But yeah, I don't go by any kind of order. So if you get it in early, doesn't mean you necessarily get read early. We'll see how it goes. All right. And then I have to tell you, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a licensed real estate agent anymore. Therapist, none of that. So I will read on all those topics though. But if you need more than just my opinion as a objective third party that doesn't know you personally and doesn't have those licenses and certifications, please consult with the proper professional, because what I'm giving is my opinion of your energy. I'm not giving any kind of medical advice. I'm not diagnosing anyone. I'm not giving legal or real estate advice, so on and so forth. All right, if you'd like a private reading with me, I do offer those through my website, stophercavins.com. And you can find, we have psychic readings, mediumship readings, combo readings, e-readings. If you don't have time to sit, or if it's just not what you're into, you can pop on there, put in your 4 questions right into the website, and I will send you a pre-recorded reading addressing all of your questions. So, yeah, anything you need on there. Not anything, but you get what I'm saying. What else do I want to tell you? What else? All right. Also, these are free readings. I have an understanding with the universe that I will come on here every Thursday when I'm able to, and do give back to the community, so to speak. So I don't charge any money for these. If you are compelled and called to do some kind of donation, there's a PayPal link somewhere here on YouTube. There's also you can do super chats and stickers and all kinds of different stuff. That's great. That's appreciated. It is not necessary. What we do with that money is I do not put it in my pocket. It stays in YouTube. I think it's like AdSense, whatever it's called, until there's a certain amount. And then I donate it to the Gary Sinise Foundation. And that's the thing. Because if I put it in my pocket, then I'm getting paid in one way or another. That's not the deal. So yeah. So it's not necessary. It's appreciated. Gary Sinise Foundation appreciates it. I will show all receipts just to let you know what's going on as well. And that's that. All right. So yeah, I just want to. There was a verdict that came down today, so we're celebrating. I'm not gonna say too much about it, but sometimes justice does its thing, and people that do disgusting things are held accountable. And this man is disgusting, and he was held accountable, and of all charges, from what I understand. And yeah, I'm not a big person on like I tend to be a little more liberal when it comes to like putting people in jail and how long we in the United States put people in jail, and not a capital punishment guy either. So I tend to think that we put too many people in jail and leave them there way too long. That this guy deserves to be in there forever. And I think that's what's going to happen. I think he's going to go to jail forever. Unfortunately for him, he committed his heinous acts in a state that has capital punishment. So I think the jury is going to be deciding on whether to give him the death penalty or not. So yeah, I don't necessarily think he should get the death penalty, but him and his wife are going to go to jail, prison. So rest in peace, Tylee Ryan and JJ Vallow, and Chad Daybell will be going to prison for the rest of his life. So that's that. So I just wanted to celebrate that verdict that came down today. He's guilty of all charges. All right. So let's get into the readings. Anyway, let's do this one. Shy Girl, welcome back. All right, hi, Stopher, can you tell me how does this year look for me? Let's see what I can find out. Yeah, all right. So we have so much time here, so I want to make sure I get to several people, but so I can't go over the whole like year in review for you, Shy Girl. But one thing that does come up is I'm going to say the word marriage. I don't necessarily know that this is like a marriage with you and another person, but I do feel like it is all about people coming together. So by the end of the year, I do feel like there is a situation where you are connected with either other people. The word I want to use is marriage. So there's more people coming into the fold. There is we'll call it a partnership with you and another person, whether this is business or romance, I don't know, but they're just showing me you connecting with another person, and it does feel like we're building onto something. So feels happy, feels good. So I'm predicting some sort of marriage, connection, or partnership that's happening this year that you've been kind of working towards or hoping for. All right. So let's move on to the next. Thank you for the question, by the way. All right, relax and perfect. You see me starting work soon. Thank you. I think I want to talk about going back to work. So I do see an opportunity not too far away. I feel like we're about a month and a half out. So I got you kind of in June, maybe creeping into July. But I feel like I want to talk about going back to something or kind of restarting something that you that had stopped. So let me know if that makes sense to you. But I've kind of got not too far away. I feel like we get into late June, early July, and we're talking about you like going back to work or back to a situation. Is kind of what I'm feeling. So hang in there, but also at the same time, keep you still have to kind of push the energy forward as well. It's not just like sit on your hands and then it happens. All right, let's Sakura Northwest. So for you see my 48-year-old boyfriend and I going for vacation this summer. Yeah, I like 2 trips is what they're showing me. They're showing me in the summertime it's a shorter trip. I feel like we're doing like one of these getaways. It's probably like 3-4 days. And it feels regional to where you are. It feels like you're not necessarily hopping on a plane. You could, but it doesn't feel like we're like going super far or that it's like super elaborate. And then I get into like more like a winter time. So I don't know if this puts us at the end of this year or beginning of next year, where there is a real potential for like a longer, kind of more substantial getaway that I would consider like a vacation. So yeah, I like it. I think it's all there for you. All right. They just blew up. That sucks. I am sorry to hear that. Let's see. I'm hoping to go live. Let's see. Is that? I think one of you might be on here. But yeah, whenever you're ready. Shows that I don't read the questions before I put them on. All right, let's see. There's a couple more, then we'll bring some folks on to the live. They're waiting. Jessica Lynn says, hi, everyone. You are welcome, Sakura. All right, Jessica, thanks for the question. Do you see any significant positive changes coming for you this year? I do want to talk immediately about improving like how you're feeling as far as like, I feel like there is like tightness, specifically like a physical tightness in your body, or like, I almost want to go to, I've been experiencing recently like back pain. I'm being reminded, I'm always reminded of my back pain, but I'm being reminded of a situation like that where physically there's some things that have been kind of holding you back or not feeling so great. So I do sense that there's some improvement coming, and mainly through things that you're kind of doing, you're manifesting this improvement. So that is going to continue to improve and feel better. So I want to acknowledge that positive change. I also do want to acknowledge money getting better as well. I feel like I want to say like increase of what's coming in, and then at the same time, a decrease in what's going out. So it's like a twofold thing, which is kind of what we're all striving for, right? So I do sense that and once again, I go back to it's things that aren't just happening because they're happening. I feel like you've actually put these we'll call it balls into motion. And I feel like, yeah, so that's coming by the end of this year. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, we're going to bring in Jennifer. Jennifer, are you ready? Everybody, welcome Jennifer to the stage. Hello. Let's make it.
Hi.
How's it going?
Well, I don't know if you saw, I'm the one that's Get Your Ohm on.
Yeah.
Everything blew up.
I thought so.
I actually have a reading scheduled with you for tomorrow.
I know. I did see your message too. So
okay, good.
We'll address that in the email. I'll email you.
Yes, thank you. So you and I have talked before, and I think you know this at this point, about my job. And I'm on vacation this week, and everything blew up. Stuff was going on at work, and I was becoming aware of it because I work with my husband, or at least I used to work with my husband. He got fired today.
Sorry.
Unjustified. So I guess I have a twofold question, or maybe a threefold. He got fired, and I'm just wondering if this was definitely unjustified. I think it was the girl that I've told you about before, that she's kind of jealous and insecure, and I think she created a saga and a little bit of a storm. Now that I'm on vacation, took advantage of me not being there to do this. I think he's going to get a lawyer because he is.
Good. Yeah, there's definitely a legal path here.
Vic, thank you. I knew there was.
Yeah, and I know you got some other stuff going on where there's like legal pathways as well. So I just feel like we're kind of adding this on. Yeah, I definitely feel like there is a legal kind of pathway. We'll call it pathway is what I'm comfortable saying.
Thank you.
And then I also want to say, before you even mentioned about the chick.
Yeah.
I don't want the worst things, but I don't know her. So
I've called her some really bad names this week, but go ahead.
So I wanted to, before you even kind of gave me that context, I wanted to say whatever led to this firing seems to me it's almost like people saying things that are not true and things being understood by the company or whoever's firing him that are not. So there's some falsehoods that came forward.
Yep.
is what I want to acknowledge. So they don't have the truth. They don't have the proper story.
Yep.
So there's some slanderous things happening as well. So yeah, this is
And I
not
know
legal advice,
that.
but there's a pathway for legal resolution, and I would say explore that.
So the next obvious question then, because I'm supposed to go back to work on Monday, knowing all of this, and I was already going to have a talk with my manager about this because I know what happened, and I knew that there were falsehoods being spread, lies being told. I'm going to have to go back to work on Monday, and I'm wondering if I still have a job.
Yeah, that gets. I think you have a job. Here's what I think. I think there's already. And you were going to talk to them. I feel like they're already planning a meeting to talk to you as well. So I'm predicting there will be a meeting that may be a little intense. So just be prepared. Be prepared to kind of do what you got to do to stay in the what. I never tell people what to do as far as like how you react to things, but just be prepared so that you're not taken off guard.
Yeah, I'm prepared. I have a whole stack of notes.
I do feel you have a job, but and remember when we were talking about some other things you got going on, I was just talking about like the tact of it all. I feel like that's needed even more in this.
So what was that you cut out?
Having like tact and kind of if we're going down legal routes to be like really kind of like tactful and kind of what comes along with that. So I think that's even kind of heightened now is kind of what I'm getting. So the short answer is yes, I think there's a job there. Whether or not you feel comfortable in that situation to stay there, and I know we got to pay bills and that type of thing. I have a hard time. I mean, that seems really up in the air, and you probably would agree with me. It feels to me like once you get into that situation, it's going to be hard for you to maintain focus.
Because I know what's happened here, and I know it's all been a little ball of lies that she has created because she's so insecure in her job, and she has made it clear she wants her old job back. I have her old job.
Yeah.
And she's told me that she wants that. And so I'm like, what are you doing to get your old job back? Is this your way of getting me to quit? Because I'm not going to willingly quit, but it's definitely going to be intense. And they are already aware that I'm going to want to talk to them, because I have information that they need to be aware of.
I will leave you with this, Jennifer, I do, and I don't know this person personally, but as I kind of connect between the energy between you and them and your husband and them being the girl.
Yep.
I'll say this. She's playing a game that I think she's really good at.
Yeah, she is.
Okay? So I'm being, and not to say that she's good for doing it, because it's bad. Just like I'm reminded of, I just want to be tactful about who I talk about in my life. A person that was in my life before that is like an extremely good manipulator. And I think they're a horrible person for it, but they're better at it than I am.
Yeah.
So it was a game I used to try to like play because I think I'm good at things too, but I never won because and I'm kind of getting that kind of vibe. Like this girl is very good at what she's doing. So it's a game that if you try to play her game, you will not win at it. So just be very careful with that is what I want to tell you.
Okay.
So there was a lot of words to say that, but
yeah.
Be prepared for your meeting.
Okay.
I do think it's important.
I obviously I have to have a conversation with them, and I need to, this needs to happen because happy vacation, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry that you're dealing with that, trying to go back. When do you go back?
I go back on Monday, and this all started happening yesterday, right in the middle, like smack in the middle of my vacation. She waited till I was out of the office, and then just what I've been told is she's just bulldozed right through everything. Like like not there. So, okay. So we'll talk again tomorrow, but this at least gives me something just kind of start the ball rolling.
Yeah. I think this weekend's going to be like a get it out kind of.
Yeah.
Hurting some emotions, and then that way you can be ready on. So,
is my husband gonna have a hard time getting another job?
I don't have a lot on that. I was trying to like see into that earlier. I don't have a lot on that. We'll probably feel a little bit into it tomorrow
Okay.
when we meet. But just because I feel like there's so much swirl, it's almost like, even though I know like he was fired, it's almost like there's the still isn't quite disconnected yet. So we'll see if that pathway kind of opens it up, if I can
He
see
was,
something. And if it's not there, I don't want to tell you. So I don't want.
I know. He was there for 23 years.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll chat again tomorrow, and I appreciate at least the feedback here.
Sounds good. Nice seeing you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you. See ya.
Bye, Jennifer.
Bye.
All right, off goes Jennifer, and we're going to bring on Victoria. I know you've been waiting patiently. I'm going to bring you on. Hey, you're here.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent, as always. Have you've been on here before? You look familiar. No?
This is actually my first psychic reading.
Wow.
My mom, she showed me your channel.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Mom. Nice. Well, we're happy you're here. And how can I help you tonight?
I was just wondering how, like, career-wise, future-wise, anything, any vibes you pick up on.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Right. It's kind of interesting because I've got you. I almost feel like there has been like a pathway to this point, is kind of what they're showing me. Like with an education can look a lot of different ways, but I feel like with like an education or kind of a pathway. But I feel like I'm going to make the prediction that here within the next 3 years, you kind of shoot in a different direction is what I want to talk about. I want to put you in now hear me out. Because it's going to be like, I'm going to say something, I'm going to kind of put you on the side of it. A creative field or creative industry is where I want to put you, but I want to place you there in the sense of like organization, support, kind of that type of thing. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I feel like this is like from here kind of on out, it feels to me like a 3-year kind of path where you'll be shown things, you'll be shown opportunities, and it's just about whether or not you kind of kick those doors down or kind of walk through those doors that are open to you. But it feels to me like it's in a creative space. So we could be talking about performing. We could be talking about I think even like a sports team would fall into this. It's just like it could be anywhere in like a creative industry where you're doing like some level of support, organization. It could be even administration. It could be directing something. I just feel like that kind of level of thing. Sorry about that. So that's kind of what I have. I do think there's also some opportunities for more education to happen. It doesn't feel to me like it's like full university, but it feels like it's like perhaps like vocational programs or certifications, that type of thing as well. That's kind of what I'm getting. Does that make sense to you where you kind of gravitate towards like an assisting or supportive role a lot of times?
Yeah, I work with kids.
Got it. I think you're going to transition a little bit.
Okay.
That's kind of what I'm getting. And is this also with working with children? Is this kind of where your education or kind of what you've been like moving towards, like on purpose, moving towards that?
Yeah, I'm on my 3rd year of college. I'm studying speech pathology. So I don't know where it will take me, but I know that for my internship, I have to basically go like everywhere, like in every setting.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I work with kids right now, but I mean, I'm gonna have to see the medical side, which I've never seen before.
Yeah, I'm going to make a bit of, and it doesn't mean like stop doing what you're doing. I just think that you're going to be kind of guided in a different direction here within the next 3 years. I honestly don't see you working with kids in the next 3 years or after that period. But I mean, the future is not written. I just kind of see you being nudged in a different direction. Whether you go with it or not is completely up to you. You have free will. But I'm seeing there being some other opportunities that my prediction is that you might be interested in.
Okay.
And it feels to me like it's in like a creative space of some sort. But I don't know that you're actually the creative kind of person. I just feel like it's in like kind of maybe a background role.
Okay.
That's kind of what's happening as well.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, like I said, the future is not written. Sometimes things get penciled in, but you get to decide what it looks like.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Well, it was nice meeting you.
It was nice meeting you too. Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria. Have a good night.
Thank you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. We got 17 likes. That's fantastic. You guys are... We need more likes. Hit the like button. Sorry, it's getting hot in here. I can't... There we go. All right. If you guys like the content, hit the like button. If you don't like the content, hit the like button still. Also subscribe if you're not subscribed. Oh, I love this. Thank you, Brenda, for moderating and doing all the stuff. All right. 36 people on tonight. It's kind of that's fun. All right, let's see who else has a question. I love this name. Hugger Greeter TK. Thank you for being here. Jennifer TR. Thank you for being here. I'm just looking for more questions. All right, Ice Wolf, let's do it. Can you tell me what it means that this guy has popped up again? Is there a reason? Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go too deep on this one because I don't think it's, I'm not getting anything like any kind of cosmic craziness happening. I just feel like for him, there's a little bit of like unfinished business, or to describe this feeling I'm getting a little bit better, almost like a missed opportunity is kind of what I'm getting. And this could be on a lot of different levels. I don't know that it's anything too serious. I just feel like on his end, it's just like, and I feel like he does this, I feel like he has energy in a lot of situations where it's like, he doesn't let things be what they are. It's like he's got to kind of revisit things, and yeah, so try to make the best of it is kind of what I want to tell you. I don't think there's anything nefarious going on. I don't think there's like a cosmic kind of connection here. I think it's just kind of this human nature. So I hope that makes sense. Hey, what are we gonna do? This is my husband. Everybody say hi to my husband. All right, Princess Sparkleson, let's see if we can find your question. Go to the top. All right, Fire Woman, you look familiar. Any money coming in soon? I want to talk about like almost like a situation where money's coming back to you, and it feels like it. I feel like it's less than like $1,000. I want to say like right around $500. So there's a nice little bump of money that's like coming back. So when I get this, it's like either money that someone owes you, or money that's like a rebate, or money that could be like back pay, or that type of thing, where it's something that's kind of already there that you're just kind of realizing. So I do feel that, and that's kind of in the next like 4 to 6 weeks ish. And then I feel like everything else is kind of status quo. there's one other thing that I feel like is brewing that feels like it's a long-term thing. So if you're kind of working in some kind of like on some kind of estate or some kind of like legal thing, I feel like that kind of comes later on because I'm not getting any other kind of bump or windfall that I'm feeling until we probably get into next year. All right. But I do feel like there's something else working, but it just is down the road. So let me know if you understand. Dun, dun, dun. All right. What a question to ask. I don't know that. I mean, a lot goes into it. And I don't feel like I say it all the time. I have no reason to believe that the future is written. And I don't see the future. When I make predictions, I kind of see what the energy tells me now and kind of how it's most likely to flow forward. So yeah, I think there's opportunity for you guys. There's enough there. Whether or not you say lasts forever is up to how much work you put in. I mean, that's just my general feeling. But can you? Yeah. And I'm not sensing any cracks present or things that would lead me to say I think it's less likely. I think it's fairly likely. Ooh, okay. Jacob, going to MEPS next week. Been there, done that. To join the Air Force. All right. Do you see me joining with that issue? I do. I do want to say there might be a medical thing that just comes up, but it's almost like more information. We get more information on it. It's almost like a situation of where it's like they see something from like a past medical thing that happened. They just want like to know a little bit more about it. So there might be, and when I say like being held up, I don't think you're going to be there for like 3 days like I was when I went to MEPS. Mine was legal stuff, but and that was forever ago. But yeah, so I think it's going to be, there might be a little tiny issue. And I think I want to go towards like a medical, just a little medical hiccup, but it's almost like we can kind of figure it out within a short period of time. So yes, have fun. Air Force, fun. Wow, taking me back. I was in the Navy. I'm trying to find this, was it Princess Sparklets or something? All right, I see this. You already said good for him. Still looking. Let's see what this is. Don't know. How will my weekend be? Maybe Saturday dinner with the ladies, going on Sunday to hear a band with some music, anything fun. Yeah, I like a lot of movement here with you, Donna, is kind of what I'm getting. So don't be surprised if there's an opportunity to do, when I say walk, I feel like it's, or a hike, it feels like it's something that's a little bit more extended. So, or something that's a little bit like more grand than just walking around your neighborhood. I think there is like some movement. So don't be surprised if there's opportunity for either exercising, walking, hiking, dancing, whatever the case is. And I do feel like this is done with another person. So yeah, I do like some sort of movement happening. It could be, the going to a band with music and maybe you're doing some dancing. So I do like at least that's what I'm feeling into when we talk about fun. I feel like there's an opportunity for moving your body, moving it. Thank you for the question. Thank you for being here. Move to another country? Yeah. Why do you feel like you're not in the United States? Are you in Canada? Where are you at? I'm getting a connection to Canada, so I don't know if this is a move to Canada or if you're in Canada. I feel a lot of leaving the country you're in. So I would say yes, there's more opportunity towards it at this point. But also at the same time, I have to tell you, Donna, I feel like that energy is really intense right now, but it also feels like it could flip. So if this is something, it's almost like if this is something you would head towards, I would say like grab that bull by the horns now and take whatever opportunities are coming your way or whatever's pushing you. Because I almost feel like it could flip, and then maybe there's not as much opportunity or as much push, and then it gets a little murky. So that's kind of what I'm getting. It's a hard one to read, but the short answer is I think, yeah, there's a lot going towards that. Marnie, hey Marnie. So you purchased property in, yeah. I want to tell you, there's one, when you ask about Pratt Road, Kershaw Road, Blackwell Road, I feel like I have to tell you to go towards one that feels like, it's almost like feels like home or feels familiar. So I almost feel like if you can kind of identify something about one of these properties or locations that feels familiar or reminds you or kind of takes you back, or there's something that you connect with in that specific way, that would kind of signal to me that that'd be your answer. And I feel like we get into next year. I mean, it could happen this year. There's a little bit of opportunity, but I feel like for some reason it's like a bit of a stop and then a go, and they flip the calendar for me. So my prediction is early next year is when it's actually going to happen. There might be a situation where you attempt to purchase a property and then it kind of maybe for some reason you get course corrected. So just be on the lookout for that. And thank you for being here. Thank you for the question. Oh, what's this? I think it will go as you think. Yeah, I don't know that it's better. I think they're yeah, I mean in a way of what, like I think, like as we talk about, I'm gonna put this into words, like the things that we do and the opportunities we have to like do things and connect, I think that's kind of worked out and is what it is. I think you might be surprised of how much, I guess, like good feeling you get out of it and kind of how everybody connects with it. So yeah, a little bit better in ways. I think the memories will be fantastic. Yeah, I like the energy around it, but I feel like it's well planned, and I think you kind of have an idea of what it's going to look like. But I think you'll be surprised at how well everything kind of comes together and how it gives you the relaxation you need and that type of thing, and like the get away from things. Sorry, I keep moving my hands a lot. Enjoy. Let's see. Okay, I think I found you, Princess Sparkles. All right. How many and which ones are watching, tracking me, specifically a government agency, my third ex, my fourth ex, the maintenance guy who keeps entering my home and leaving gifts. Oh, are they dead flowers? No, I'm drawn to somebody that. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm going to take the X's off the table. I don't think it's X's and I don't think it's government agency, but I am being drawn to like a maintenance guy in the sense of I feel like it connects this person that whose energy is around you right now that I'm feeling like connected to this as I talk about it. Feels like they connect with, this is another thing it's hard for me to put into words. Some kind of responsibility. We'll say like there's like a responsibility to the property or to you. But not in the way of like an X. So the maintenance guy makes the most sense. Do I know for a fact it's him? No. But that type of energy makes the most sense of like somebody that's got a responsibility to the property or to you or that type of thing. So if it's not the maintenance guy, it could be somebody else that's somehow connected to you or the property in that way. Protect yourself. And I don't know that it's like, it's so creepy. Yeah, I'm not going to give you any advice on that. Contact authorities, do what you need to do. Wow. We're all sending you protection energy. All right. I think Hey, thanks for being here. Buffy, thank you for being here. Victoria, yeah, I think I talked to you. All right, we're gonna go back to all right, Sherry, thanks for being here, Sherry. When do you see me meeting my life partner? Will it be this year? I do, okay. Once again, short answer, I don't know, but I'm going to say I don't have a timeline on this, but I feel like I'm not too far out as far as time. And I'll tell you why, because I feel like there is something already brewing here. So you've done a lot of work on this. You're putting it out. I feel like it's almost like we've got it on a vision board. We've got the list of what we're into and not into and willing to deal with. So that's all like kind of, I feel like what I'm being shown is groundwork has been laid, right, on your end. And so I want to say, like I say, there's no timeline on this, but I feel like I don't want to go out too far so soon. I know it's relative, but I don't think you're waiting years. Okay. And I do think also what I'm being shown is you've done enough work to where you trust what you've done as well, is what I want to say, because I do think you're going to be able to identify the right person. You're done with knuckleheads. You've kind of done the work to we'll say break those cycles of choosing certain types of people. So yeah, I like it. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. I know that's lame to say, but I think you've put it in motion. So all right, Sandra, thanks for being here. Look at you working out. Is my husband in the picture? Anyway, let's see. Tell you a legal battle. I'll say this. I'm not going to tell you if you should or shouldn't. What I will tell you is when I kind of look to see what the fruits of this are, it's almost like I get a sense of being disappointed, or it not kind of, the scale doesn't quite equal out. So I'm just worried that the fight of it all and kind of the emotion and all the resources that go into it, not just the money resources, but the time, just the energy. I have a hard time seeing that, and I don't know what your bar is as far as that goes, but I worry that you'll be disappointed with, or it won't make sense of everything that you've put into it, what comes up. It feels like a disappointment. That's not legal advice. Please work with your legal professionals on that, but just my opinion of the energy around it. So good luck to you, but that's kind of what I'm understanding. Yeah, let's do the thumbs up, guys. Guys and girls and everything else. Thumbs up, whether you like it or hate it, thumbs up. And then, yeah. Let's see. I didn't even read this. How will the month of June go for me? Thank you times 1,000. How do we say that? Thanks times a million. And this is for entertainment purposes, but not only entertainment purposes. This is for guidance and clarity and confirmation and all that good stuff. And a little bit of entertainment. All right, so let's get back to Acacia. Thank you. Thank you for the lemon. June's good. June's good. It feels a little kind of stressed with specifically when I go into like work or how you're spending your time. So I feel like that situation around work, not working, whatever the case is, it feels like there's a little bit of stress there, but I almost feel like we're using the month of June to kind of iron that out. So there's some ebbs and flows there with working or around that kind of topic of, it's almost feel like you either are looking for a job or just concerned about work in general. I also want to say there's some opportunities to like kind of get out of the house as well, because they're showing me kind of like you haven't been taking those opportunities. So there are some opportunities to do like little day trips, and also getting out with friends and people you haven't seen for a while. So I like the energy of it. It's a little mixed, but overall, I think you're pretty good. Let's see. Crystal Pickett. There, sir. I am new to your channel, and first I'm asking a psychic a question. Cool. Let me and Jay reconnect this year. What month? Yeah, I feel like Jay. When did Jay leave? When I say like Jay's been off the map, I feel like Jay had to leave. Did Jay leave? Did Jay leave the country? No. I just feel like there was something that took you guys apart in a way of like a personal situation, specifically on Jay's end. So I want to say reconnect. I feel like there will be some digital reconnection this year. I want to go towards right around November. Let that flex a little bit. I feel like that could flex a month or two, but I'm kind of pinpointing November for this. And it feels like we ramp up kind of digital connections. So this is your emails, your text messages, your, I almost said voice calls, your phone conversations, whatever it looks like. All right. And I do feel like the initiation of the connection and the reconnection and the, pumping up that connection, I'm losing my words. Anyway, acceleration will be more on his end than yours. So, yes, this year. November is my prediction, but it could flex a little bit. Yep. I don't know I already answered a question for you, but I got some interesting questions tonight. Yes, so I do feel like there will be some language. This is a tough road. This is a really, really, I think you already know that, but it feels to me like a really tough road, and I do feel like sign language is on the table. So if you've got some resources for that route, I would say that is going to be, I almost feel like that's like either a 50-50 or a primary mode of communication for your son is kind of what I'm getting. So I do think that at the very least, there will be like a hybrid level of communication. And I don't have it. They're just kind of showing me when we talk about figuring out what his level of communication is, it's a 3-year journey. So my prediction is you'll kind of know by age 7. Not a doctor, not diagnosing here. That's just kind of my opinion of what I'm feeling. All right. Let's see. Someone any guidance on how to do meditation? Interesting question too. There's no wrong way to do it. We're going to say that. I'll tell you how I do it. And once again, there's no wrong way to do meditation, but it's just really about, for me, it's about doing nothing. And I for me, I just focus on, and I think this is pretty standard, focus on your breath, or if I have a ringing in my ears, just because I have tinnitus or whatever it's called, I'll focus on that ringing. And then that kind of allows me to not focus on some of the thoughts that filter in or the, weird things that kind of happen behind my eyes or whatever's happening. So I just kind of do that. I always start with kind of being very aware of my space and my body and that type of thing, and just kind of appreciating like the human aspect of it. And then I just allow myself to kind of zone out and get into this more spiritual energy. Sometimes I also like to have headphones on. I have many different headphones. I don't use the ones that go in for meditation. I'll use the ones that go around my ears. And you can like put frequencies in and stuff like that. There's no wrong way to do it. If anybody else in the comments also has little tips. But for me, it's all about just kind of letting go and whatever wants to come in. If it's like something that's kind of like stressful, like bills, thinking about bills, I just kind of let it. I don't interact with it, and I don't give it any reverence during my meditation. I just let it kind of float. But if there's something comes in that's a positive thing or something I need to know about, then I'll just like let it kind of sit there. Hope that helps. Oh, Ness, thank you. He's been spot on so many things, and your roommate would be into video games, butterflies. Let's see. Oh, health insurance payout. Wow. Okay, good. Good. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not a person that likes to toot my own horn about my readings. I just let, them speak for themselves, or my clients speak for themselves, to do the tooting for me. Yeah, and they do so on Google. I've got all the reviews and everything. Let's see what you say, Darlene. Next few months. I do sense a situation immediately. I'm being drawn to like healthcare. So I feel like it's a situation where you're kind of taking care, and I'm not predicting anybody's like passing or getting really, really ill. I mean, unless you're already aware of this. What I'm kind of feeling is there's a situation where you're kind of part of someone's healthcare in a way of taking care of them or helping them while they're rehabilitating or whatever the case is. So I do see that kind of energy around you. It can be trying, but I think it's all for the best. It's a situation where you're able to kind of give your energy to another person. It's going to feel, that part of it's going to feel right. So, but also at the same time, it's challenging, right? When you're dealing with somebody that's on the mend or, going through a tough time like that. So I've got that happening in the next couple months. And let me know if you're already kind of in this energy. If you understand that. I also sense this a little bit more positive, I guess. I like it. There is a little more focus on finances specifically, and I feel like I want to shrink them. So that tells me that you're going to start kind of implementing a pretty regimented budget that will be helpful in helping you reallocate resources to things that are a little bit more, it feels to me like where you're able to like invest in things you kind of have been looking forward to doing, like your own business or that type of thing. Oops, this one. Yeah, the binaural beats. I do that too. Or you can find on YouTube the sound bowls, the sound baths, and that type of thing. Okay. Yeah, it's once again, I think you'll understand that it's kind of, it's tough. So unfortunately that kind of continues, but the good news, I think this is enriching your soul a little bit. It's definitely you're kind of, as they say, when I used to go to church, they used to talk about like doing good deeds, and you're kind of like creating a treasure for yourself in heaven. I'm reminded of that. I'm not trying to get religious on anybody, but it's kind of one of those situations where you're kind of creating some good juju for yourself. All right. Okay, let's see. I was baffled by your reading at first, so I texted son. He replies, "Oh, by the way, I'm coming to see you tomorrow." He lives almost 5 hours away, and then he visited me again. I don't remember. Did I just do this reading? I don't remember. Anyway, thank you for that, and I'm glad you understand it. What did I say? I tell you, there's so much going on when I'm on these lives. And why is there only 34 people watching? Like, really? I see y'all, not y'all, but these folks doing like the political stuff have like thousands of people. And not that I care, but it's just like, When I was talking about the trial, you guys thought I was talking about something else today, huh? You guys thought I was talking about something. You did. All right, do I? Yes, thank you for being here. Anything you see for the month of June? Yeah, okay, so a little bit of like, I'm being reminded, so I think there's going to be a money situation where it's almost like, unfortunately, I think it's like a situation where a bill or something like you owe kind of comes up that you weren't aware of. So be prepared. Here goes being the bad news medium again. It's almost like what I'm being reminded of is like if you get like, and I'm not saying you're being audited on your taxes, but it's almost like that feeling where something like somebody did an audit and like, oh, hey, you actually owe this, or there's this. So just be prepared. There might be, and it doesn't feel like it's devastating. It's just like maybe more annoying than anything, where there's some money stuff that kind of comes back around or forward. I also do want to say, if you're planning a trip, I feel like there's longer timelines than you're maybe thinking or that are in the plans. So also be flexible with the timeline. I think the trip happens. I'm getting like a trip in the works or planned. I don't know that it's planned for June, but I feel like we're already kind of cultivating that situation. Otherwise, I feel like it's pretty much status quo. I also want to say like relationships. Pause. I feel like there's also some pause with relationship, and this could be friendships or romantic, kind of moving forward. So you might have to kind of pause those types of situations as well. I hope that helps, and good luck with everything. All right, I just zeroed in and asked if I had kids. My son is 27 and married. Trips apart. You insisted that we need to get. Oh, God. And I'm sorry that I don't remember. I barely remember what happened in my life this morning, but it's just that there's so much when I do readings. There's because I'm dealing with other people's thoughts and energies, and I kind of shut my own off, and then it's like when I'm done or on to the next one, I kind of pop back. So not that I'm like trancing out or leaving myself, but it's just like a different compartment when I'm doing reading. So a lot of times I don't remember. You sense the pause. Yeah. Yeah, and I think it'll be fine. Be okay. I want to say like be okay with the pause. It's just kind of part of a little bit of a process. And then I feel like we can continue. I don't know how we continue, but it feels like we'll figure it out. But yeah, I feel like we're gonna pause a relationship. Yes, invite your friends so we can have, well, we have 40 people now. All right. Maybe if I talk about politics, then more people will come. I'd be so miserable. I'd be so miserable. There's somebody I work with, and that person is very in tune to those types of things, and they were a bit triggered today. I walked by their office, and it was just a lot of energy that didn't feel fun. And I hate that they're dealing with that, but cheers. So Linda G, I don't know that person, had a record audience. She went live the verdict. Yeah, the people want to know about the verdict. I talked about a different verdict. I feel like is more important is the Chad Daybell verdict. He's going to prison for murder. The other person. Oh, I like this question. Once in a while, extremely rarely, I am visited by a deceased loved one and pets. They always interact in real time. Does that make me a medium? We're all mediums. We're all, just by nature of being a human, being a soul that has the human stuff going on too. All the energy's connected. We're all the same and all that stuff. Yeah, so just naturally we have the ability. Some are better, just like some people run faster or enjoy running more than others. Same thing goes with this, but yes. See. Let's see. Yes or no? I am. Let's see. Yes or no? Is it am I or I am? I'm having a statement. I am having a weird experience with electronic music. It is accelerating down. Okay, so I'm going to change these words. I am having a weird experience with electronic music. Is it accelerating downloads for me? Yeah. Sorry, I just got like a weird sensation. Yeah, there's something going on, and I feel like I specifically want to talk about like, where I don't know about downloads, but I feel like things are coming through your brain specifically. So pay attention to your thoughts specifically. I do a lot with feeling and that type of thing, but I feel like, yeah, with thoughts, and they might even seem like weird, random thoughts, whatever, your own, I don't know, but there's something here because they're bringing to your brain specifically. I know everything gets processed in the brain, but I want to talk about thoughts. So short answers, yes, you got a lot, there's a lot going on. If they're electronic music, it might be like just kind of like stimulating something in the brain that allows you to kind of do the thing. So yeah, go for it. Do it. It's okay, Brenda. We appreciate everything you're doing. And this is okay too. It's just that I'm not that smart, so my brain has a hard time with it. All right, somebody. Sorry, we got into a tip. Sorry, we got into a little bit of a tip. Who got into a tip? Let's see. I was starting with a friend, and believe it or not, such a beautiful place. We're going off to a little bit of a tiff, and like my roof started to flicker. What was that? What was the flickering? It was just energy. It was just like your energy. So when I say your energy, it's all the energies. It's, you know, if you believe in like angels, guides, loved ones in spirit, it's all energy. So all the stuff around you, it does affect. Even sometimes absences of energy will play with your electronics, lighting, smoke alarms, whatever the case is. So yeah, I don't think it was actually I am being shown it was something to do with your energy, not like a power grid thing. Okay. So that's kind of what I get. It's more powerful than we realize, our own kind of force. Okay, what are we talking about? We're talking about other people. I am the only medium that matters, people. We got a Jeff, we got a Kevin, a Linda Gigi, Kim, wanted to choke. Okay, Lily, you're funny. All right, I'm just feeling silly at this point. Any other questions, people? If I did not see your question and you put a question and you're still here, put it back in. Let's do this. When will I meet my life partner? A stereotypical, it is. Yeah, you got, I think you're gonna have a break. I think you've got like a 5-year break here. Why am I being reminded of that? And I feel like it's all, what have 2 pins? I feel like it's also a situation, when I say a break, I actually think you're going to be pretty like solo energy, independent energy for quite a while. It doesn't have to be 5 years, but I do sense a pocket that's lengthy. So I think the universe is going to wait to bring you your next person. You can change that though. I mean, you have free will. You can pick anybody to be your person, but I see a lot working in favor of you being kind of solo and having space for a good amount of time. And I think it will be good. I even think the word in the, because I also read today that Lenny Kravitz, so I guess he said in an interview recently that he's been celibate for 9 years, which is insane. So I'm not saying you're going to be celibate, but I feel like when I say space, I'll just leave it at that. I feel like you're going to be kind of a solo energy. 9 years, can you believe it? That's what I meant to. Jay, would you understand? Did you just start like your own side business or your own kind of? Because I feel like I want to push you towards your own situation, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it does feel like it has a financial aspect to it. So I feel like there's more like push towards you doing your own thing or having your own kind of thing going on. And when I say thing, it feels to me like I'm going to translate this as like a business, a side hustle, business. I'm going to say business again. Anyway, more next 6 months, focus on your own kind of projects or business. Anyway, should I stop? Should I stop and go watch the end of the game? I was checking on the phone. That's not good. Looks like the Timberwolves are going down. That's a blowout. All right, a job offer soon. This is just, yeah, I know. Yeah. I want to say longer timelines on this. I feel like I want to go like a week or maybe 2 weeks out. I know I told you something different before, but I feel like there's, once again, I do see something still coming from that one. I feel like I want to say 2 weeks. There's like a process on the back end that, and I'm guessing this makes sense because government stuff, in my experience, bureaucracy, right? So that's kind of what I'm. What's my name? Do you see him? I don't. I haven't. But also, full disclosure, I also predicted in my beginning of the year predictions that there would be no convictions by the time of the election. That was wrong. But I still am having a hard time seeing him on the ballot. I don't know why. I see regard that there's just a lot of weird, and that's why I don't get into it too much. And the future's not written, so I mean, so much can happen. And by the way, I'm not a Trump hater or a Trump lover, so just for everybody, don't really care that much. I think he's funny. He's hilarious. Do you speak Spanish? Some friends are asking me to ask you because they will. No, the short answer. I mean, I don't speak Spanish enough to like speak it with people. I mean, I do listen to a lot of Spanish music. I know a lot of Spanish. I can read Spanish, but to do it conversationally, I'm not comfortable in that way. Usually if somebody speaks to me in Spanish, or if I'm, I can watch shows in Spanish and pretty much follow and understand whatever. So, yeah. So I wouldn't be able to do like a reading in Spanish. I know the game's a blowout, so I'm not really interested in going to see that or watch it. What a disappointment. 30 points. They're down. July 11th, sentencing. What's everybody think is going to happen? I think no jail time. Doesn't make sense if you jail time. I was actually really surprised that he was guilty on all 34 counts. I was surprised. Thank you for being here, Lisa. No, I want to put that on pause as well. I think there's going to be some challenges to making that happen. You can make it happen, but I'm predicting a no on that, not this year. And I feel like if it doesn't happen this year, I feel like I want to like flop it over into like another year almost. Like there's going to be a reason why it doesn't happen in my, understanding of it. If you want it to happen, make it happen. But I think you're going to be showing something else that's going to kind of pause it for a good chunk of time. Straight jacket. He will be in a straight jacket. It's, and I might lose subscribers over this comment. It's just wild to me that people are like celebrating. I was being a little cheeky when I was saying like we're celebrating. I do celebrate Chad Daybell being convicted of murder of children. But as far as like the Trump thing is like, why are we celebrating that? Like, it's like whatever. whatever. I think it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad that we are in a place in this country where we have a former president, like him or hate him, where we have to like have this situation. It's just a sad situation. All right, kids. Sharon, thank you for being here. Everybody's like, okay, bye. I think I'm going to leave too. I think I'm going to go. So thank you all for being here. I will be back on next Thursday. Same bat time, same bat channel. Love you all, and good night.